The following is a paid advertisement. The views expressed are the sole responsibility of the advertiser.
I'm attorney Justin Carr. Coming up just ahead on You Have Real Estate. Rates are up, prices are up. What can you do monthly to save money on your monthly expenditures on your houses? You will not want to miss a second. I'm going to answer that. It's just ahead. It's You Have Real Estate. Your debt does not have to control your life. You have the power to potentially lower or even eliminate your debt. I'm attorney Justin Carr. Call me now for a free consultation or visit youhavepower.com and take back control of your financial life.
You Have Real Estate is proudly sponsored by Renewal by Anderson, your full-service window and door replacement company. Learn more at rbafla.com.
Welcome to You Have Real Estate, presented by Renewal by Anderson. I am your host, Justin Clark. Forewarning today, if we have any production issues whatsoever, my amazing team here is obviously stressed out about something. There's been a tension in here. We've been doing this show for 6 years, and I've never felt so. I can't even joke with them today. I've tried to make jokes, and they're like, well, not even laughing at me. So any production issues whatsoever today, something about the news is on the road, I don't know. But I have a great show lined up for you today. You will not want to miss a single second. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, seasoned investor, or even looking to sell your home, this next 30 minutes is designed just for you. Think of it like hitting multiple open houses, all from your living room, with my attorney advice you out the way. Any questions whatsoever during the program, the phone number is right here on the screen, 407-205-0400. Wonderful show just ahead, but first, the opening statement. I know, I hear it all the time. You bought a house and you're a little bit angry that the interest rates have gone up, making your payment go up. I have some ideas, though, for ways to reduce your monthly nut, your monthly expenditure on your house that don't include the PITI, the principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. There are other ways to actually reduce what you spend per month on your family's house so you can enjoy more time with your family without always worrying about money. We're going to answer that question by asking real questions. Every week in here on the program, we ask real questions to the truly trend-setting people in Central Florida's real estate community. Kick it off today with my good friend from Renewal by Anderson, Chelsea Zirpola is here. Hi, Chelsea. How are you?
Hi, wonderful. How are you?
So what's going on in the real estate market is people are buying a house over the last couple of years, and as rates have gone up, they're paying a lot of money towards their mortgage. The principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, they have gone up significantly. There are other ways, though, to really reduce your monthly expenditures. People don't talk about the windows. The windows can be so important when it comes to reducing your electricity bill every month. We're talking about $100, $200, $300 a month that it can make that change. It's crazy. How do you do it at Renewal by Anderson? How are you helping people save money on electricity?
It's all about making sure the energy envelope is very tight, right? So many times if you're sitting by those windows and you're feeling that hot air come through, or lately these evenings have been a little bit cooler, that cool air coming in, oftentimes there's some seal failure there. And we want to make sure that not only are we providing a beautiful custom Fibrix composite product, but that it's the most energy efficient. So our windows, 2023, most energy efficient windows. So not only from a savings perspective, but significant energy savings.
And windows, I think, are important throughout the country, but I think windows are even more important down in Florida with the crazy weather that we have. How much more important do you think windows are in Florida versus, say, Connecticut?
We're seeing huge 40, 50 degree swings here in Florida, right? So you have the cooler swings and then you have the hotter swings. So it's really important because that expansion and contraction with vinyl products, our product's not going to expand and contract. You know, it's a product that's made for this environment. We did a durability test study for 20 years in the harshest climates in Miami and really showed not only no degradation in our product, but making sure that the energy efficiency levels were top notch.
Yeah, what I have seen, a lot of people, when they do buy the windows through Renewal by Anderson, will pay for them over time. They have so many great programs, sometimes interest-free, great programs where you can pay them over time and you're not really feeling any big check. You're not stroking any big check. So much so that what happens is the energy bill, the electricity bill goes down so much that it offsets the cost of the window, where you're almost getting the windows for free, or you are getting them for free in a lot of ways. And that's what Renewal by Anderson, because of the buying power that you have, is you've been able to make these windows affordable and payment plans over time. How have you done that?
Absolutely. Not only do we have some of the best plans out there, but we also have a phased approach. You know, you may want to just replace those west-facing windows that are having the most difficult time, or those that are going through condensation and failure problems. We can phase the project so that you're able to do those windows that are the most important now, and then phase over the other ones over time.
Yeah. Do yourself a favor, please. There's a QR code on the screen right now, or call the phone number. They will come out. This is not like a sales pitch in any way. They have design consultants that are going to come to your house, test your windows, look at your windows, and see what you do or maybe what you don't need. It's really an amazing process, and it costs you absolutely not a penny to get started. QR code is right here on the screen, or call the phone number and I'll connect you directly with Chelsea. And how does that work? Because I do have a feeling that a lot of people don't know if they need new windows, and certainly if they do, they have no idea what they need when it comes to new windows. How does that process work?
So our designers and our design consultants would come in the home. They spend the time to really listen and understand, what are your project needs? Where do you want to go with your project in completion? So when we need them to be able to give them those quotes, it allows them to feel confident in that. So the whole process is very simple. You give us a call or go to rbfla.com, do the QR code on the screen, and we'll schedule that in-home design consultation, complimentary, no cost at all.
I think when it comes to any sort of construction contract, or anytime you're hiring someone to help with your house, I think trust is such an important issue, because, and especially in Florida, we have a lot of bad contractors out there. Renewal by Anderson's a company that's been around a long time, very big company. I trust you. I think the person at home trusts you, but why do I know that you're such an unbelievable company that can be trusted?
Not only from the perspective of our reputation online, we have the highest 5-star rated, in multiple of our markets. So we're really proud of that, but we're proud of delighting our customers. We have signature service concierge that'll walk our consumer and our customer through the process. Really easy way to make sure that we're taking care of them.
I know that you take care of them, because I hear from you at home, people who have called Renewal by Anderson, and they're always so happy. And really what happens is they're too big to do a bad job for you. Do you understand what I mean? They're not going to let one customer ruin any sort of reputation. They're going to make sure they do such a wonderful job for you, just like they have done for so many people. And I know, Chelsea, wonderful to see you as always.
Great to see you.
All right, see you in a couple weeks. Here's what we will do, a very quick break. When we return, more ways to save money monthly on your house without reducing your interest rate, as You Have Real Estate continues. 2023 has come and gone. I know on your list of things to do was get my roof inspected. You see leaks coming in, or your roof has just gotten old. 2024 is the year to do that. One place to turn is my good friends at Universal Roof and Contracting, joined by Justin and Corey. Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year. You too.
Thanks for having us.
You did my roof last year, and they did such a great job. QR code is here on the screen, by the way. If you have any roof leaking, or if your roof is old, you need to have someone look at it today. You're not just roofers, you're general contractors, which really saved the day on my house. What difference does that make?
A huge difference. It makes us a one-stop shop. If there's anything on a structural level or anything beyond the roof line that needs to be handled as a point of doing the roof, we can actually handle that circumstance in real time with real solutions, and not have you to take back over and get other GCs involved to handle that. So really, it just makes us very versatile, and it allows us to open up a huge book of services to make sure all your best needs are met.
A lot of roofing companies gone out of business, getting bought up right now, and they're doing that because when they get the phone call, they literally don't go to the person's house. They get an aerial photo of the roof, and they call up and say, okay, we're going to put a new roof on. Not your strategy at all.
Not at all. It just happened yesterday with me. Yeah, the homeowner was surprised I showed up, and I'm glad I did, because there were so many little intricacies about the roof that had to be addressed to make a proper scope of work. So we're big believers in showing up, doing a proper inspection, making sure that we're going to address everything so there's no surprises on the back end.
With my house, we were able to file an insurance claim thanks to you guys, really. You helped me through that process. Sometimes you can't file an insurance claim. For the people who have to pay, do you have payment plans available that make it really simple?
Absolutely. Financing is a real thing out there. It's a useful tool. It's a way for us to not only get your roof done, completed, but you can defer all your money issues until the next year, and then we can still get your roof done in real time.
Thank you guys for all you did for me, all you've done for our audience here. Do yourself a favor. Check out Universal Roof and Contracting right now Did you know that filing for bankruptcy can help you lower your mortgage or car payments or potentially help you eliminate your IRS or credit card debt? I'm attorney Justin Clark. If you find yourself living paycheck to paycheck, call me now or visit youhavepower.com for a free consultation. Welcome back to the show. Philip, your team's really holding it together, I must say. I even got a smile out of you, I think, during the break. So congratulations on that. Derek rarely smiles, but I think he even smiled today. So congratulations. The team, you're holding it together. Thank you so much. No issues thus far. Congrats to our team. We're talking about how to save money on your mortgage every single month, right? PITI, principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. We all know taxes have gone up. Insurance has gone up. If you bought a house recently, mortgage rates have gone up significantly. So people are paying more every month for their house. It is what it is. What are some other ways, though, that you can save money monthly on your housing expenses? Your electricity bills have gone up, skyrocketed, really, over the last couple of years. You really should look at solar. So happy to be joined by Christopher LaFata, U.S. Solar Connect. Welcome back to the show. How are you?
Very well. Thank you very much for having me.
It's
Justin,
just true. You got it, man. Electricity bills have gone out of control, and people get angry, and sometimes we don't understand why they go up, why there's so much. And good luck calling the electricity company and saying, hey, what's up? They're like, well, it is what it is. Pay it or you don't have power to your house. That's where solar comes in. How can solar really help me save on my electricity bill every month?
Right. So solar, when it's placed on your home, the overall objective is to make an investment that will give you a return. And in this case, the return is to replace your utility bill with solar panels, and that will produce the electricity for your home and a lower cost, hopefully.
Yeah. And how do I know if my house, you think, is really going to benefit from solar or not?
Sure. So there's quite a few things that homeowners can do to ensure that the installation of the solar will go smoothly and that it will produce the results that they actually want to accomplish. Some of those are things that can actually be done by yourself at home. So a big one is exposure on your roof. Does your roof have the proper sun exposure for solar? And specifically, what you're going to want to place emphasis on is southern exposure. We really don't ever want to put panels on northern exposed roofs because the sun sits a little lower in the sky. Hence, if you have a pitched roof, you're not going to get the best results because you're not going to get very much sun on that portion of the roof. Also, do you have any shading concerns, specifically trees, structures that are nearby that would cast shade onto your roof, for instance, a 2-story house if you live in a 1-story home? These are all things that homeowners really need to consider to get the results that they want from their solar panel installation.
Got it. All right, so I'm sitting at home right now. I own a house, listening to Justin Clark yap on TV. And I know I'm mad at my blinking electric company. I'm sick of them. I don't have solar. I just want to check it out. I want to see how solar can benefit me. How does that process work? From the time I call you to you, do you come to my house? How does this whole thing go down?
Right. So the first step is to do some research. Do some research on the company that you want to work with. My advice would be to deal directly with the company. Sometimes these organizations will have sales organizations that aren't necessarily directly related to the company. So be sure that you're dealing directly with the licensed installation company. Beyond that, make sure to ask the right questions. One of the big points of emphasis that I would say in this particular instance would be provide the sales representative with an updated copy of your utility bill. That way, they can properly address the amount of electricity that you're consuming and build your solar panel system to the right size.
I have a QR code on the screen for you right now. We'll connect you directly with Christopher, U.S. Solar Connect, or call the phone number on the screen. Either way, give them a call. They'll come out and see what they can do for you. And there are a lot of things that people don't know. I even still get confused on it. Some people will say, put the panels only pointing to south, they're not north. I forgot. Where do I put them?
Sure. So southern exposure is the best exposure that you can have.
I should know why, but I literally don't. Maybe I'm not good at science or something. I don't know.
It's not common knowledge. It's something that is more specific to the solar industry and understanding the movement of the sun in the sky during various times of the year. But southern exposure lends itself to more sun exposure because it sits in the sun for the majority of the day. So you're going to get, your full 5 to 6 hours of sunlight with the southern exposure. In opposition to that east and west exposure also has its advantages and can work out very well. And then northern exposure, as discussed, is not so great.
And where do I put them on my roof? How do I know where to put them? What affects the quality of the panels?
Right. So there are other things that have to do with the roofing that should be entered into your calculation for production, which would be things along the lines of the pitch. Is your roof flat or does it have a pitch? The type of roofing, whether it be tile or metal or various other types of roofing that we see in the state of Florida.
Yeah.
All of this should be considered in your purchase.
But you're not going to know this. I mean, this is why you need to bring someone like Chris in to tell you what you really need, because I find it fascinating. Sometimes I'll be driving through a neighborhood and I see a house, like 2,000 square foot house, just with panels like could charge the whole neighborhood, it looks like. I mean, it looks like the house could literally fly away. And I'm like, there's no way they need that many panels. And then some house will only have 2 or 3. How in the world do I know how many I need?
That's a really good question. So part of our process is we do an energy analysis of the home before we have a discussion about solar. And the reason that we do that is for the deviation of a homeowner that has a lot of consumption for a rather small home. This is a bit of a complex issue. So we want to better understand where the energy is being consumed. So we'll have a look at specifically the air conditioning unit, the hot water heater, and the insulation in the attic. If any of those need to be upgraded or adjusted or improved, then we offer those services too. By doing that, we can actually increase the overall efficiency of the home and install a smaller solar panel system, which in our equation of things is a win for the homeowner.
I think so. I think that's super important that you touched on that. So it's not just you putting panels on someone's house. It's really you doing a full energy efficiency analysis of their entire home, the attic, the insulation, everything. So this is not just putting panels on a house.
Correct. And in a lot of instances, we will perform an energy analysis, and the end result will bear a very similar outcome in regard to cost or price. However, they will have now less solar panels and a brand new air conditioning, for instance.
Wow. And you're helping the environment as well. I think maybe a lot of people do it to save money, but you are really contributing to the health of our environment and our grandchildren, I guess.
Sure, absolutely. So I think that everyone wants to save money, and that's typically the modus of why homeowners are going solar today. But on the other side of that coin, we certainly want to assist in saving our environment. Switching to renewables is really going to benefit humanity in the long run.
You know, I know some people from Buffalo say, and Buffalo doesn't get as much sun as Florida. Is solar more effective in a state like Florida with a lot more sunshine?
It's not necessarily more effective. We use a lot more electricity in the state of Florida because of 2 factors. We don't use a lot of natural gas here, and we do use a lot of air conditioning. So cumulative, that makes Florida overall a state that has a lot more solar and, quite honestly, larger solar panel systems on homes.
Awesome, excellent job. I think people are doing themselves a disservice if they don't call you to at least see what solar can do for them and save them money, not just for the next few months. We're talking about for the lifetime of owning this house.
Right.
Christopher LaFata, US Solar Connect, QR code right here on the screen. They come out to you, a free analysis, energy efficiency analysis of your entire home. Save some money, stop getting taken advantage of by these energy companies. I'm not gonna say their names, you know what I'm talking about. They don't care about you. Don't pay them, they cut off your electricity bill. Quick break, You Have Real Estate continues. Welcome to our house. Literally, this is our home. We love it. We just bought it recently, and you'll never guess what happened as soon as we bought it. The worst thing possible.
The worst thing ever.
I'll show you. Dead. Absolutely dead as a doornail. No AC whatsoever. We live in Florida. This is a problem.
It's a major problem.
However, remember we had Old Nash on the show recently,
Absolutely.
and what did they tell us?
That they could help.
That they could help. And they said the only place to turn is Duquesne, and that's exactly what we've done, thank goodness. Old Nash told us Duquesne is the way to go when it comes to air conditioning systems now, and obviously it is. The price point, unbelievable. The 10-year warranty, unbelievable. And our electricity bill, it's been driving me crazy lately, is going to go down substantially. I'm super excited about that. And we get a tax credit as well for this year because we bought the unit this year.
I love it.
Got to go Duquesne.
Absolutely. We're going to take you to the install now. So we are here outside getting our Duquesne Lynx heat pump system installed. I'm super excited. I mean, I think this is going to be a game changer for us.
Well, absolutely.
Yeah, it's going to save us money. There's a 10-year warranty on it. I mean, it's a no-brainer.
So we're good for 10 years no matter what.
Absolutely.
I love it.
Yeah, parts, the whole shebang.
I love it.
So I can't wait. I mean, I know I've been missing the AC in the house.
I know, I've heard a lot about that.
Yeah, my hair's just been, so this.
Your mood?
Thank you. Absolutely.
Sorry, I'm just being
it's all
honest.
going to be fixed, nice.
Okay.
Thanks to our new system.
Here we are at Burn Fat Orlando. 20,000 of you have trusted Burn Fat Orlando to lose weight, but also do it the right way by burning fat. We're here with the founder of it all, Dr. St. Germain. Doc, how have you done it? You've helped so many people. How have you done it?
Yeah, years ago, we created a program that was just a diet, but we even stepped up and we created a program that now you not only lose weight, but of course you burn the fat. And there's two different things there. Losing weight, you could just stop eating, right? But you'll probably gain the weight back, right? At Burn Fat Orlando, you'll lose 20 to 40 pounds within 40 days. We have a step on the scale money back guarantee, and plus we ship nationwide too. So
can't beat it.
Everything is really cool. It's very simple, fun, easy, affordable, and most importantly, effective.
A lot of people out there think that these diet weight loss programs are nothing more than snake oil. Couldn't be anything further from the truth here at Burn Fat Orlando. No needles. How does it work? How do you convince people to do things the right way?
Well, very simply, we customize, create, and we start the patients on a program that's individualized for them. No two people are alike. They store weight, they're fat for certain reasons, and it's not just always about the food they consume. Literally, it's what you do with the food that you eat, and that's really the secret. So, at the cellular level, the body heals, and you go from a fat storer to a fat burner.
Keep up the great work, Doc. And 2024 is the year for you to burn fat. Check out Burn Fat Orlando today. We conclude our talk now about how to save money monthly when it comes to your real estate. We've talked about changing your windows. We've talked about going solar, but where you purchase a home can make a lot of difference in what it costs you per month as well. I think we all know that if you buy a house in the middle of Iowa, it's probably not going to cost us. No offense to Iowa. I'm just saying, I'm assuming that the house prices in Iowa are a little bit less. Kansas, probably less, right? But we want to live in Florida, and I get that. But as you look around Central Florida, there are areas that are less expensive, meanwhile saving you money every single month. Bring in Elisha Lopez, who knows a lot about Ocala with Ocala Realty World. Elisha, how are you today?
Wonderful.
And we talk about this a lot because the mortgage rates have gone up so much. The price of houses has gone up so much over the last couple of years that a lot of people are getting priced out of certain areas. And we find that Ocala, Marion County, so much less expensive still than, say, right in the middle of Orlando. How much less expensive, how much more affordable is it up in your neck of the woods?
It's still almost 40% more affordable.
And it just makes such a huge difference. When you talk about a 40% reduction in the sales price, you're talking about essentially 40% less per month on your mortgage as well. This makes a huge difference for families. And I talk to people about this sometimes, I'm sure you do as well, that people want to buy a house, but you also don't want to be house poor. How do you have that conversation with people about, well, you do want to have money left over after you pay the mortgage?
It's all about budget. A lot of times the buyer gets fixated on the purchase price, but we like to focus more on their budget, on their monthly payment, because then we can work our way backwards. And usually that is affordable, and then they start to realize that, well, maybe, going out to eat or like a few things that they're doing are just not as important as actually becoming a homeowner.
I think that's so important, especially working with maybe a first-time home buyer, to really make them sit down and let's see what's coming in every month or bi-weekly, taxes taken out, this is what I'm netting, and let's really go through this. What can we afford as a family? Because you don't want to getting in a ton of debt or being at the end of the month and saying we don't have money to buy food. You don't want that. Yes, I think it's very important that you buy a house, but not so important that you go without food. So I think that's really good that you do that at Ocala Realty World with families who are trying to buy a house. In fact, if you want to see any homes up in the Marion County, Ocala area, QR code is right here on the screen. It will connect you directly with Elisha and we'll send you listings as what is actually on the market right now. When you compare the price of the house in Ocala, really throughout Marion County versus where we sit here, it's a huge difference. And a lot of people hate homeowners associations. They're sick of them. I already bought my house finally. I don't need another boss, which is the HOA. HOAs work a little bit differently up there.
They do. So a lot, it's a misconception because I guess like in the MLS, it doesn't say deed restricted or HOA. It's all bulked together, but the deed restrictions are great. So it keeps the integrity of the neighborhood, but the HOA is where you're spending money every month. And, you know, some people like it, but the majority usually don't.
They don't, and it's because, look, HOAs, I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with them. I live in an HOA community too, in fact, so I get it. Like, we don't want our neighbors having junk cars in their driveway. I understand that, but they can be way too aggressive as well. So I certainly understand the theory of I don't want anything to do with this HOA at all. We've talked about investing in Ocala as well. Airbnbs are going like crazy in Ocala. I mean, the investment potential in Ocala is still very strong.
It is. I mean, any time you're going to have an area that everybody's moving to, like the buzz, and everybody's headed that way, of course, investors are going to come too. And just like there's a low inventory on purchasing homes, there's also a low inventory on rentals as well. So investors are always scooping them up.
Absolutely. If you'd like to see any properties up there, seriously, QR code or call right now, 407-205-0400. I'm hearing all of this debate. Justin, what's going to happen with the real estate market? Are we going to have another collapse? Oh, Justin, you're excited about a collapse so you can do foreclosure work again? I'm not. No. I'm not excited about a foreclosure crisis like the one we had that started in late 2007. What do you see happening? Are we going to have a collapse?
I mean, obviously I don't have a crystal ball. I wish I did, but I don't. And it just doesn't seem possible. It just really doesn't seem possible at all with being low inventory. I mean, there's just so many buyers still sitting on the fence just waiting for things to change. And it's kind of sad because, you know, a lot of them are going to miss the boat and wish they would have bought already.
Of course.
We're seeing that. We're already seeing it, but it's going to continue because they think like, oh, you just want a sale. And we're like, no, I've been through all this before. We're in kind of the trenches and we know. So, you know, some will win.
I'm scared for people sitting on the sideline now waiting on the rates to dip because I think there are a lot of people sitting on the sideline waiting to buy. When the rates dip, what's going to happen with the prices? They're going to go up. So I think if you're in the market for a house, I would buy it now, okay? I don't see any reason with not buying it now. Excellent job as always. Elisha Lopez, Ocala Realty World. Check them out. QR code or call the phone number. Philip Deems, come here for 1 second, will you? Come here real quick. Excellent job. Thank you to all of our guests. Good. No. Are you okay?
We're good.
I was worried about you earlier.
No worries.
You did a wonderful job. That's Philip Deems, everyone. I was stressed. He stressed me out earlier, but now I'm glad to see he made it through it. Wonderful job to our amazing crew as always. Thank you, guys. Most importantly, thank you. See you again next week for more You Have Real Estate.
Did you know that filing for bankruptcy can help you lower your mortgage or car payments or potentially help you eliminate your IRS or credit card debt? I'm attorney Justin Clark. If you find yourself living paycheck to paycheck, call me now or visit youhavepower.com for a free consultation.
The proceeding was a paid advertisement. The views expressed were the sole responsibility of the advertiser.